Today's meditation, we focus on breathing. So if you have trouble focusing on breathing for any reason, perhaps it's not comfortable, perhaps it's difficult, you can either skip this one or, of course, find a different anchor. Instead of breathing, it's just as easy to place attention on body sensations or sounds, and then stay attuned to those sensations or sounds. So feel free to choose whatever's most appropriate for you. My guidance will focus on breathing, and you are welcome to adjust it in any way that you find appropriate for you. So first, as always, I invite you to find a comfortable position. It can be sitting down, lying down, standing. Make sure your body is relaxed and the back is straight, and you can stay in this position for a while. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's best if you can keep warm and stable and balanced. And then decide also if you would like to close your eyes. I find that when I close my eyes, I can turn fully inwards, be more attuned to my body and how I feel inside. But sometimes it may be helpful to actually keep the eyes open, especially if the meditation makes you a bit too sleepy. If you decide to keep your eyes open, let the gaze be relaxed and soft. No need to stare at anything. And then just take some deep breaths. A deep inhale and then slow exhale. Just to let yourself arrive in this moment, in the body, letting the body relax a bit with the breath. A deep inhale, perhaps through the nose, and then slow exhale, perhaps through the mouth. It may even be helpful to exhale with a sigh, just to release any tension and just allow the body and mind to relax. So inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. And then notice briefly how the body feels today, how it's connected to the ground. Perhaps you can feel your feet touching the floor or the ground, or the seat, or your back if you're lying down. Just simply notice that connection to the earth, to the planet. And let your body, let your arms and legs be fully relaxed, heavy. There's no need to force this relaxation. You can just let your body naturally release any tension as you breathe in and out. Perhaps imagining that with the breath there comes relaxation, and as you exhale, perhaps any tension is released. Just taking a few deep breaths again. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale slowly through the mouth. A deep inhale and slow exhale. Now, let your attention focus on breathing and only on breathing. Perhaps you can first notice where it is easiest to detect the breath. Maybe in the nose or the mouth. Perhaps you notice the cool air entering the nose or the warm air exiting the nose. Maybe you feel the movement of the chest or the belly, or perhaps the entire body moving with the breath, inflating and deflating. Once you notice where it's easiest to detect the breathing, simply focus your attention in that area. Whole attention focused only on the breath. Inhale and exhale. And as your mind gets distracted, which is completely normal, kindly, with compassion, bring it back to the breathing. The inhale and exhale. Remembering to allow the breathing in its natural pace, natural rhythm. There's no need to control the breathing. We're just observing it. We let the body breathe all by itself. Just noticing each inhale and exhale. Sometimes it may be difficult to detect breathing, but we still can put attention on the breaths by, for example, counting the breaths. Every time you take the in-breath, you can count 1, and then exhale. And when you're breathing again, you can say quietly in your mind 2, and then exhale. Breathe in 3, and then exhale. And so on until you count until 10. Or you lost count, and then you can return to 1. You can try this method for a moment and see if it's suitable for you. Or simply return to the place where it is easiest for you to detect the breathing. Continue to just focus on the breath. Rest with this breathing. You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. Let the breath breathe itself. is noticing or counting the breaths. And for some people, it may be useful to use some kind of a mantra, again, set quietly in the mind. Could be breathing in, I know I am breathing in, and breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Or simpler, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and exhale. These kind of ways, the counting or the mantra, can help us focus on the breathing, especially if our minds are busy and easily distracted. So now let's practice in silence, simply focusing on the breath in whatever ways works best for you. And perhaps if you have a tendency to be a bit harsh on yourself and you don't like when you lose track of the breathing, in order to treat it with more kindness, you can experiment with placing a hand on the chest and sending some compassion and care through the warmth of your hand, especially when you lose track of breathing. This way it might be easier to return to the breath itself without any judgment or self-criticism. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Focusing attention only on the breathing, letting all other sensations, sounds, thoughts, emotions simply become a background. Allow those to fade away while you focus on the breathing. And anytime the mind gets distracted with kindness and care, bring it back. Bring it back to the breath. Let your mind rest and body relax while you breathe completely naturally. imagining that each inhale brings relaxation, calm, and peace, and each exhale releases any tension and helps you let go of worry, anxiety, or anything that doesn't suit you right now. Just letting the body relax and the mind calm down, following the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And slowly we will finish today's meditation. But before we do so, I invite you to take another deep breath. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Noticing how your body feels right now after we have practiced breathing meditation. Noticing how your mind feels right now. Just being in the present moment. There's no hurry to finish the meditation. You can take your time. Take as many slow breaths as needed to fully return to the body and return to the surroundings once you're ready. By opening the eyes, perhaps moving the fingers and toes, stretching or moving the body in any way that suits you. Thank you for joining me for today's meditation. I hope you enjoyed this simple breathing experience. And of course, let me know in comments if you did and what you would like to see me recording next time. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day and goodbye for now.